Down low, Kevin Garnett and Brook Lopez. And it's Bogdanovich in its small forward. And so it's the Nets getting on the board first. And Verejao kicks to Irving. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Irving's got himself on the board with 3 there. Here's Williams. He's coming off a 10-point game against Charlotte.
You know, there were a lot of people, me included, thinking that Cleveland would take a step forward and be an inner turmoil. Really kept that team from being playoff back.
Cleveland's gone 1 or 2 from long range in the first quarter. Here's LeBron. That's in there. Love with the assist. LeBron's got his first bucket of the night.
You know, his ability is matched only by his energy, guys. I mean, he's usually in the middle of everything for his team.
They get it back. Pass to Bogdanovich. Dishes it to Williams. Johnson against LeBron. Johnson, the pass to Lopez. Williams with a clean look. Bangs home the trifecta.
They really can't allow him too many open looks like that. I mean, that's just inviting trouble.
Irving kicks to James. No good on the 3.
You know, even against defense as tight as that, you expect him to bury those.
I don't know. I mean, we've seen him hit those in the past, but like you said, the defender was on him like glue. It would have been quite a bucket.
Now here's LeBron following the miss by Brook Lopez. From deep 3-point range, and Irving with the basket on the assist by LeBron. 6 points for Kyrie Irving. The Nets have gone 3 of 7 from the field since we've gotten underway. Williams kicks to Bogdanovich. No good, and tight defense there bothered that shot. Well, a question you have to wonder as we watch LeBron play in his prime, should we be more in awe of him from a historical standpoint? He has a chance, as many people think, to be the best of all time when he hangs them up.
He's right in that discussion. He's arguably already in the top 10. Actually, in my opinion, he is in the top 10. Clearly, right now, if he stopped playing, he'd be in the top 10 with a chance to be on some people's top 5 list. He's a once-in-a-generation kind of player, but so too were others. Oscar, Wilt, Eldridge, and guys of that ilk. But I think it will be a long time before we see anybody quite like him in size, strength, speed, and skill.
Well put. Now Lopez following the 3-point attempt by Kyrie Irving. Lopez, a screen on James. And it's good. He planted his feet on the pick and shielded the defender off. Guys, no one team gaining control early on.
Give and take, back and forth, the whole way thus far.
Yeah, 6 lead changes already, and as Rasheed Wallace once said, both teams playing hard. You know, I'm thinking about if we should actually be more in football. I mean, it's just hard to imagine what he does almost on a nightly basis. Just some incredible things out on the field.
Fans and media have grown somewhat inured to LeBron's amazing play. Look that one up, folks. But I think deep down we all realize that we are watching something truly special when he plays and how he comports himself between the lines and outside. It's just a matter of really being able to recognize how he fits into the NBA's history books.
Catching up on the changes for Cleveland. Tristan Thompson, he's checked in for Verejao. Marion comes in for Kevin Love. Mike Miller's checked in for James. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Waiters. Now, here is Miller. His last outing, he had 8 points. The kick out to Irving. That's in, coming off an assist from Miller. 12 points for Kyrie Irving.
You know, there's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist number. And theirs are fantastic.
It's just beautiful basketball to watch, Bud.
Goes up, and it's Thompson with the jam.
Well, that's why they're on the lead. Aggressive play at both ends. Very nicely done there.
Yeah, absolutely. They made the steal pay dividends instantly in the open floor.
Oh, well, that's good.
Wow, just a tremendous first quarter shooting the basketball for them, guys.
Yeah, when they put it up, it's gone in.
Clock management. This is where, Steve, they can get a 2-for-1.
Yeah, I think it makes sense. As long as the first one's a good one, and now you play D, you get the ball back, one more shot.
They set the screen. And here's Anderson for 3. Offensive rebound.
And that's a shot you can't pass up. You should knock that down.
Here's Dellavedova. Here's Thompson. Pass to Dellavedova. There's Miller with the three, and that one's good. Miller's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
And that's what's built them this early, deadly shooting from behind the arc.
Yeah, the D better start getting out there on him, Steve, and soon.
Here's Thompson, and he trains the three, but let's see, they may need to review it. I'm not sure the ball was out of his hand in time. And indeed, they're going to look at it again. They need to be certain he beat the buzzer.
And to me, it looks pretty clear on the instant replay, guys. The ball was out of his hands in time. I mean, they need to get this one right. It's a big situation here.
Yeah, I can't see how they'd come to any other conclusion, Clark. The camera gives us a good look at it. There's a tick or two left on the clock.
And they're going to count it. They're overturning the original call after looking at the replay.
Yeah, good to see them get that one right. That's exactly why we have this rule in place. And I like it. Each basket is so important in these games that you've just got to make sure you get it right at the end of the quarters.
The NBA season blasts off. LeBron James and the Cleveland Cavaliers go up against Tim Duncan and the San Antonio Spurs this Thursday, 10:30 p.m. Eastern, 7:30 Pacific.
Well, not exactly a close game so far, but as the second quarter starts here, plenty of time for a comeback. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for Cleveland.
Now, they didn't waste any time getting into a groove out there. They're dialed in from long range.
They've been distributing the ball really well tonight, too. I mean, a decent number of assists so far for them.
Matthew Dellavedova is out there with Miller. Then there's Marion. Then it's Thompson. And it's Love in at the power forward. That's the group for Cleveland going right now here in the second. Williams gets the bucket.
You know, he was smart to draw his man out to the perimeter. He's giving up too much size to be effective inside.
Agreed. As long as he picks his spots, his outside shot will be hard to block, no matter who's on him.
Sean Marion with one of the most unorthodox shooting motions that I've ever seen. It's all wrist. And it kind of shot from underneath his chin. Doesn't even extend his elbow, but he's figured it out. He's made it work for him. And he's become an effective scorer.
And now the Cavaliers. Fast break. Thompson with the ball. Here's Kirilenko. Nice shot from the wing.
The easiest way to do it sometimes is with the bounce pass.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Cavaliers. Even though the Nets staged a great comeback last season, you have to wonder if they'll view what they did as a disappointment.
Well, they did bring in some big-name stars, but still ended up, I think, right in the middle of the playoff pack in the East, and perhaps fell a little short of what they hoped to accomplish last season.
Catching up on the changes for Cleveland. Anderson Varejão's checked in for Thompson. James comes in for Sean Marion. And it's Waiters in for Miller. Let's go to our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. Doris, what do you have?
Hi, Kevin. Well, Kyrie Irving so excited to play with LeBron James. He said, you have the best player on the planet coming to your team. Every game is going to be meaningful. I'm his point guard now. I was a 21-year-old better teammate and an even better leader. Guys, over to you.
He's always had utmost confidence the Cavs would turn around. And they're right on track. And it's Dion Waiters with the foul. That's his first foul. Brooklyn making some changes. Lopez, he's checked in for Plummer. And it's Garnett in for Andre Kirilenko. Williams dishes to Teletovic. Poked loose and stolen by James. Got a piece of it and stolen by Darren Williams. Johnson outside. Outside Williams. Johnson against James. Johnson attacking.
For most teams, that would be good enough. The Nets did last year, but they've been trying to climb into that elite tier in the East, and it didn't happen.
You know, moving up in the conference standings, Brooklyn's window to me might be closing as it relates to making that jump.
Oh my gosh.
Because they've had to trade away future assets to close the talent gap with the top teams, and And let's put them in a tough spot going forward.
Johnson hits them both.
Oh my God.
Well, Joe Johnson, a 14-year veteran. Most of our fans remember him back in Phoenix, probably the fourth best player on that team. Steve, just go back to that time. I mean, just scary.
Well, if the Suns could have kept him, you think about what might have been. That was a team that came very close for 4 or 5 years to being a championship team, but never got to the finals. So Johnson moved on to Atlanta, where he became an all-star. And you always wonder what might have been in Phoenix.
And Joe Johnson in his second season in Atlanta averaging 25 a game, but that was 8 years ago. Last season, around 16 a game.
And age starting to show for Johnson. A below-average player efficiency rating the last 2 seasons. But he's still owed $48 million over this season and next.
Kevin Garnett now in his 20th season in the NBA. That is just hard to imagine. Plenty of wear and tear, obviously, and he's not been a guy who's ever taken plays off. He still plays the game with a very rare intensity.
That's good.
It was a slow start for him, but he started to take off since we hit the second quarter, guys.
Here's the dish to Teletovic. They get it again. Garnett. And good work on the boards. They pick up the second chance points. Garnett's got 5.
You got to put bodies on the glass right there. They just are not getting it done on the board.
Yeah, they've got to do a much better job of going harder than that to the glass.
And for KG, the mileage has taken its toll, but he's so dedicated. He undergoes an elaborate routine of stretching, treatment, and strength work to keep his body ready to go.
Williams passes to Teletovic. The basket is good off the assist from Williams. Teletovic has got himself on the board with 3 there.
Now they're finally starting to shoot the ball a little bit better now.
You know, I thought this was the kind of play they needed in the first quarter, but as I always like to say, it's better late than never.
Back to Johnson. Got a piece of it. Stolen by Varejao. And here's the fast break. Fires the 3. And it's Dellavedova missing. Nets trail by 13. And the big ticket Kevin Garnett last season entered the top 10, Clark, all-time in rebounding and the top 20 in scoring.
Yeah, and, you know, going forward, he's clearly a Hall of Fame player. Going forward, though, the Nets looking to limit his playing time to keep him fresh for the playoffs.
A nice shot by LeBron.
Might as well just take it into his own hands and make that big lead even bigger.
Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Williams kicks to Johnson. Poked away. Shot is blocked. Here's James. Kicks it to Dellavedova. Shoots the 3. Another miss by LeBron. There's Williams with the 3. Got it off in time, but it's no good. And that concludes the first half. Cavaliers lead by 15. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Quicken Loans Arena. We're getting back to the action now. It's been a one-team show so far. We'll see if that changes here in the third. You look at Kyrie Irving in this game, he has been everywhere.
I know we've said this many times before, but I'll say it again. He had a great first half, just an explosive offensive display there.
At the end of the day, I wouldn't be surprised if we're talking about what a great second half he had. He can usually keep it going for all 4 quarters.
meet their expectations last year, in part by how poor they shot at home. Hard to get wins when everything you put up seems to rim out.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now. Brought to you by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. So for Brooklyn now, down low, Kevin Garnett and Brook Lopez. Jaron Williams and Joe Johnson at the 1 and 2. And it's Bogdanovich in at the 3 slot. Johnson dishes to Williams. Love grabs the board. It can be doubly defeating, Clark, with the missed shots here at home. Not only are you not scoring, but then the crowd loses interest. They get out.
That's a great point. I mean, one of the benefits of being at home is having your crowd there energized and pulling for you. And if you're not making shots, they tend to sit on their hands.
And let's not get... Oh! Look out!
Great assist that time by Kyrie Irving.
And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, I mean, a cold stretch offensively. They desperately need a basket.
And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn. Defeated by the Hornets in their last game, they'll try to put that one behind them.
Yeah, that was just a shocking result. Nobody saw it coming. You know, to lose to that team would have been surprise enough, but to get blown out like that, wow.
Yeah, I know. I mean, they were just sleepwalking their way through the entire game. I mean, they were like zombies out there. That's inexcusable in my world.
Here's Lopez. He has 6. He dishes it to Garnett. Stolen by Waiters. Irving against Lopez. There's the triple. Can't hit. So Brooklyn will take it the other way.
Brook Lopez managed 17 games last year before needing season-ending surgery on that right foot. That was his 3rd surgery on the foot in less than 2 years. That's the question, man. Can he stay healthy?
A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
Hi, Kevin. I was able to hear the advice Lionel Hollins gave to his team during that last break. He went over the offensive game plan and that it hinges on running through Lopez. Coach emphasized getting him as many touches as possible, saying he is going to be one of the guys to carry us the rest of the way. He also wants to see a patient offense, work for the shot, move the ball around, and as he told them, quote, if you don't see a good shot, you find someone who does. Well, they need to make something happen before the start of the 4th quarter, and maybe those changes will do the trick, Kevin.
And thanks for that story, Doris. Catching up on the changes for Cleveland. Tristan Thompson. And he's checked in for Verejao. Marion comes in for LeBron. And Mike Miller subbed in for Dion Waiters. And then for Brooklyn, Plumlee, he's checked in for Lopez. Karolinko comes in for Kevin Garnett. And it's Anderson in for Joe Johnson. And for the Nets last season, it seemed that they found their rhythm as a team once Lopez was out. How could that be?
You know, sometimes you lose a key cog in your offense and in your team, and other guys step up and change how you're playing. And guys get some confidence, and they're all pros now. So when the opportunity knocks, guys are ready to step into that role and fill the gap. And I think that's what happened.
Well, last season, Tristan Thompson made the decision to change his shooting angle. Clark. He went from shooting with his left to now shooting with his right hand.
Yeah, I've not heard of anything quite like that before, but he improved his free throw shooting substantially as a result of the change, and he gets to the line fairly often, so I think that's a nice development. I love that young man's work ethic and what he brings to a team in terms of rebounding and physicality.
I think LeBron's going to like playing with him.
I agree.
And here's Anderson for three. And the shot is good.
Most any NBA player can make you pay when you leave them that wide open. That's why you have to stay alert on defense.
Irving kicks to Murray. Out to Miller. Irving from long range. That's in, coming off an assist from Miller. And that's 20 points for Kyrie Irving.
Well, Thompson is ambidextrous. He throws a baseball right-handed, writes with his left. And you got to give him credit for taking a chance with a whole new method of shooting, and it's paying dividends.
A nice shot by Bogdanovich. Third quarter action, and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. Irving kicks to Miller. Back to Irving. This one for three. Another three for Cleveland.
And Thompson prone to getting the shot blocked inside despite his length and athleticism. You know, being ambidextrous, you would think that he, at some point, developed that ability to be a better finisher inside with either hand. We'll see.
Anderson kicks to Bogdanovich. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark.
Oh, boy, he is just cold as ice. I don't think he's going to be the one to help them cut into the lead. Everything's falling now, and this lead continues to increase.
Yeah, it's just way too hard to keep up with a scoring pace like this. I mean, and that's why the defense is having a tough time.
Anderson passes to Williams. And Bogdanovich kicks to Williams. Lock at 6. 17-foot shot on the way.
It's a +5 advantage for them in the rebounding category after that board.
Very steady work they've been doing on the interior, no question. And that's, I think, the main reason they have this lead.
The shot and game clock separated by 4. He feeds it to Anderson. Here's the three. And Williams gets it to go on the assist by Anderson. Anderson's got his third assist on the night.
With the success they've been having from the three-point line since halftime, I'll bet you that scoreboard starts to look a lot different real soon.
Of course, they have to stay hot. But if they do, I think you're right, Clark, particularly if they can convert defense into offense.
And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead, and this one may already have been decided. Cavaliers ahead. The fourth quarter is coming up next.
Coming up this Monday night, December 8th, LeBron James and the Cleveland Cavaliers take on Derrick Rose and the Chicago Bulls. Hoops action.
How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
Yeah, let's do it. I love the way this play developed. I think this offense really thrives off of plays like that. Turned it into an easy basket.
Irving and Waiters, the guards. Thompson and Verja at the 4 and 5. And it's James in at the 3. So that's who's on the floor for the Cavaliers.
The one-hand slam is so sweet when it's his hand doing the slam.
Oh, yeah, he is so smooth, even on a power finish like that.
Yeah, that's part of what makes him unique, that combination of power and polish.
That is not enough coverage. Got to do better than that defensively. Basically no coverage. I mean, defense did not look very good there.
Here's Williams. Lopez sets a screen for Williams. He kicks it to Garnett. There's the block.
Such a solid performance for them inside. The rebounding has been terrific.
Yeah, that's just one of the few things that have gone their way today.
And Thompson kicks to LeBron. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. And LeBron asked who would be on his Mount Rushmore of NBA greats, Steve. He went with Larry. He went with Michael Jordan and Oscar Robertson.
Well, you got to feel like he probably can sort of associate himself with the big O. You know, the big body, the strength, the versatility. That's what Oscar was all about. That's what LeBron is all about. So nice to see LeBron's recognition of his
Power punch right there.
Great. He has a highlight reel unto himself, guys.
Yeah,
Wow.
that could very well be a contender for Dunk of the Year, and perhaps might make its way all over the internet.
I'm with you. I'm with you, Clark. That's a crowd pleaser if I've ever seen one.
And he gets the bucket.
You know, down there in the low post is where you really want to create a lot of your offense.
Cleveland's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Goes up to the stripe. And Verjao kicks to LeBron. Hits the three-point bomb. James has got 9 points in the quarter.
They are killing them with that three-point shot here in the second half.
Well, the defense fully stretched out trying to stop that shot and still not able to get it done.
They get it back. Lopez. And good work on the boards. They pick up the second chance points.
Not quite getting the second chance points that they did in the first half.
The drive by LeBron. And he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand.
And the shooting percentage continues to climb, guys, here in the second half. They're on fire.
Steve, I like the collective focus since halftime. Good team basketball resulting in high-quality shots.
Deflects the pass. Lopez dishes to Johnson. Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
Well, every once in a while, he'll show us some pretty good moves around the hoop.
James kicks to Waiters. And there's the feed to James.
Well, a new award in the NBA starting 2 seasons ago, the Twyman Stokes Best Teammate. And the first honoree was Chauncey Billups.
I don't think they can ask much more of him than what he's done this quarter.
And here's the fast break. Here's Dellavedova. Drops in the breakaway layup. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stats for Cleveland?
Their activity at the defensive end, Kevin, has been really impressive, attacking and coming away with steals.
They've repeatedly gotten out on the break tonight as well and scored a lot of baskets in transition.
And the names of that award memorializes the incredible story of Jack Twyman and Maurice Stokes. Stokes, an NBA All-Star in each of his first 3 seasons, but in a game in 1958, he took a hard fall, hit his head, and thereafter became paralyzed.
One of the saddest and most moving stories in the history of sports. Stokes was waived by the team, and his family couldn't afford the gigantic medical bills, but his teammate, Jack Twyman, worked tirelessly on his behalf. A tremendous story of love, caring, and service in a tough situation.
And guys, with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who's watched it. I mean, just a total mismatch in a true show of strength for the Cavaliers.
Not only did they shoot the ball better, but they had more assists.
Well, the ball movement was good. The player movement was excellent, and you only get assists when guys make shots.
And it'll mark their 4th win on the year. Actually, their 5th win on the year.
You look at the stats and you'll see just how dominant a game this was for Irving. It was the kind of game for him that all scorers dream of, where the basket just seems to be incredibly wide.
Catching up on the changes for Cleveland. Brendan Haywood, he's checked in for Verjao. Marion comes in for LeBron. And Mike Miller subbed in for Dion Waiters. For Brooklyn, they've gone 5 for 9 from the field in the final quarter so far. And Zaletovic kicks to Anderson. Second shot opportunity. No good. Good D by Miller. Cleveland's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc since the final quarter's gotten underway. Here's Marion. Good on the three-point shot.
They certainly haven't let these fans down tonight. Been a fun night to be in the building.
It has been. I mean, the atmosphere has been great, and no doubt that helped with the winning effort.
And Anderson has it in the corner. Shoots the 3. Anderson can't get that one to fall. The baseline J. That's good for Miller. The assist from Dellavedova.
Well, this is going to seal the deal. They've really exploded here to the finish line.
You know, once they sniffed out that blood in the water, the killer instinct came right out.
So we see the Cavaliers taking the win here. They put on a show tonight, thoroughly controlling each end of the floor.
Hey, what more can you ask?
Thank you for joining us.